And we are live in the car. We have Sam Sutton here along with everybody's favorite slugger, first baseman, Hank Dweck. And this is an off-the-cuff type of show. We are introducing it now to the softball community. It is going to be called, Hank, I'll give you the honors of telling everyone the name of this show.
The name of the show is Carpool Chronicles with Hank. So first off, I want to give a shout out to Elon Musk, our good friend, who created these cars that drive by themselves. And the only way we're able to do this is because of that. And I'm literally looking at the camera, not at the road.
Unbelievable. I mean, we're here, and this is going to be, like we said, pretty organic, pretty off the cuff, no real format, no real time frame. If we feel like we can keep talking, we're going to keep talking. I mean, more or less, our commute from the city to Jersey is about an hour change, so we're never going to go beyond that, and I don't think we're ever going to be anywhere near that, to be honest. But there's a lot to talk about. There's definitely what's going on in the softball universe. And again, this is not just going to be M&S. It's not just going to be YMSL. It's not just going to be the Brooklyn League. It's not just it's everything. It really could be anything.
It's all the softball chats.
Softball chats all come here as the hub for one. So we think this platform is going to have some legs. We can maybe have some people on if they want to join us in the back seat. Maybe we'll even do some sort of calls, but we're just going to go with it and see where it goes. Usually these types of formats are the ones that work, by the way. Where do you want to begin? I'll give you the opportunity. This is Chronicles with Hank. We're going to call you, or even call me, an ISO, an independent softball observer, especially when it comes to M&S, because this is Hank's first time in 10 years that he's not playing in M&S, so we're going to able to pick his brain, and he's involved in all these chats, and he hears the insider information from everybody. They don't even like telling me because they think I talk to people, but Hank has that trustworthy type of, look at that mug. He's pretty trustworthy. Hank, where do you want to begin?
I want to begin on the direction that the league took this year.
Oh, so you want to start with M&S?
I want to start with M&S and the direction, the masterful direction that you and Max took this league in after how many years?
This is year 18.
Unbelievable.
As you know, we have a lot of allegiances to a lot of veterans over the course of the years, and sometimes that kind of hamstrung us on bringing in the next generation and bringing in the youth that we try to incorporate. And listen, without youth, leagues do not, they can't extend. There's no lifespan for it. Right. So you always have to find a way. So I actually want to hear your perspective of what we did, and then I'll throw in here and there to see if, just to throw in some things to say if you were right or you're incorrect of how we went about it. Go for it.
Yeah. So right off the cuff, for many years now, I would say we're going on 4 to 5 years. There was a lot of players in the league that were very lukewarm about the league in general, and there's, they came, they showed up, they played. They just weren't all in. There wasn't an all-in aspect. I feel like
it's funny. Some of these guys did have that when they joined for the first few years.
Right. So, if you go back to 2014, 2015, I feel like we made a full turnaround, 180. We're basically replicating what we had back then. All the influx of talent that came into the league in those years, and the excitement that was there in those years, I feel like is coming back now in 2025, and that's a pretty exciting thing. I feel like the league needed a little bit of a jolt. It needed a little bit of a
we felt it. We knew it. However, the funny thing is about this, it's not like Max and I stopped putting out the same amount of content we were doing. The videos were the same. The live streams were the same. We always did nothing different, but it really was the overall attitudes of some of the people.
Exactly.
And we saw that, and we took note of that. And some of the guys gave us comments, and we took it to heart. And some of the guys told us they retired and ended up unretiring,
Right.
And we ended up going in a direction that created this demand. And, thank God, Baruch Hashem, we have a waiting list right now. Over 30 guys that are literally texting me off the hook. Can I get in? Can I get in? And we're talking about real talent over here. We're not talking about guys. But the way we did it was, guys that got the invitation initially, if they didn't jump on the invitation that we gave them, we didn't come back and ask them. And you're one of them. I gave you the invite. Right. You said it's not going to work out this summer. I respected it. Move on. And guys were used to us like trying to get them in and trying.
Exactly.
No longer. We changed our mantra. Now everyone that's playing wants to play.
I feel like those guys that came running after you at the end, they came to respect the league in a new light. You know, it's not like the way it used to be that you were running after them and sign up already. Come on, you know. It's not like that anymore.
No more.
It's not like that anymore. It's this league is so special. It's been special for a long time. The people running it, the place we play on, the fields we play on, everything, the content. It's a special league, and it's a privilege to play in it. And if you have the opportunity to play in it, you jump at it.
To relish each night. It's not you coming in to do a job. Anyway, so I appreciate that you understood that perspective, and that's great. It really is. And I appreciate that you appreciate that, and I hope that's the overall sentiment around. And we're so excited to welcome back some old faces. And we can jump right into this year's pool of captains.
Right.
And then today we were had some excitement. We actually got the first 2 rounds drafted. It's really about a round plus because 5 of the captains are first round slots. So it was fun. It was exciting. It was fast paced. I actually posted it today on the broadcast chat, and I see all the eyeballs are on it. I saw the stats. Good stuff. So let's jump right into it. With the first overall pick, Hank, take it away.
So first off, the mix of captains. I love what you did with mixing the young with the veterans. So you have the guys coming back. Gabe is such an awesome captain. He runs a certain type of squad. He's always there at the end. Melech coming back is huge. Absolutely huge.
A rejuvenated Melech.
And then you have the younger guys.
And Saban, obviously.
Saban is a staple. If you don't have Saban as a captain...
I mean, he didn't earn the right to be captain. He lost in the World Series. That's always something we have. If you're a World Series captain, you earn the right to come back. You're a first right of refusal.
Yeah, but Saban is a guy that never, like we were talking about, guys losing, interest level in the league. Saban was always
diehard. He was
from 2010.
No. From year one, 2008, year one. He was on a team called the Thundercats. We only had 4 teams that year, and now look where we are right now. And
Saban is the heart and soul.
And him and Allie Marshall are the only 2 Hall of Famers that are actually playing. And we thought we made a special category. We're going to induct players that are actually active because what they mean to us, what they mean to the league, and what the league means to them. So that was great. We had that big M&S piece that year.
I remember that.
That's the year you won MVP, by the way.
Yes.
Okay, so those are the 3 veterans, and let's get into the other captains.
So, the younger captains, Sammy Surya was telling me months ago, I'm going to be an M&S captain. Like, he was all excited about it. That's what you're looking for. You want guys like that, Sammy Surya, he's one of those guys that look forward to the M&S season, and he's such a good player, such a good guy to have, and pretty excited to see him as a captain.
Me too.
Edmund Beta, he won last year. He did an awesome job drafting that team. He didn't listen to the naysayers. He picked his guys that he likes. He picked his friends. But at the same time, he picked a talented squad. He won.
World Series MVP.
It looks like he's going in the same route. All right, he already took Buka in the second round. So he's awesome. And then Uri Adler. Uri Adler has a lot of base softball knowledge, as much as I hate Uri. He's the guy knows how to draft the softball team.
Who are we missing?
So he's awesome.
And welcome back Maxi Deed. That's a big one.
Yeah, Maxi Deed. He was actually a captain back in the High Cheese, right?
He won the championship as a captain on High Cheese, won the Cy Young that year. Maxi Deed's a staple M&S. He was an OG M&S. Took a few years off, but that's not to say he wasn't paying attention because he actually won Fan of the Year 2 years ago. He comes to all the games, watches all the live streams, so he's always involved, but now he's back all in the league, and he's excited about it also. Hook 'em Horns, Max Deed's Texas Longhorn squad.
That's right.
So now let's go through the draft. We had actually a surprising trade that took place today, and we can go through the draft picks. First overall pick.
Was Zach. I think that was pretty predictable.
Another welcome back.
I think Saban in the back of his head was thinking maybe I take Yitz here. The way that guy hits, and he's just a two-way player. He's the best pitcher in the league. Let's be real. I mean, now that Max is here, maybe not, but Yitz Sutton is incredible.
Yitz is the author of a perfect game in the World Series, down 0-1 in the World Series.
Incredible versus us, yeah.
There's no inarguable. He is successful in this league, and like you said, two-way player. He's a bona fide bat in a lineup.
And I spoke to Max on Sunday. He's telling me that he lost a bunch of weight, got stronger. The kid's hitting bombs all over the place.
He's a kid still.
He gained power. Scary, really scary. Is he even 20 yet?
No, he's a teenager, and his best quality as a player is he just doesn't care. If it's a pickup game on a Friday or if it's a World Series game down 0-1, he comes in with the same gusto and the same attitude. It's crazy. So Sabon took Zach, and then the next sequence of picks were all slotted players. Sammy Soria took himself. After that was Maxi D took himself. Then you have Edmund Beta took himself. Then you had Uri Adler took himself. Gabe Abadi took himself. And then Melech was up for a pick, really two picks,
right.
But he shocked us with a trade that he made.
Right. So we knew he was going Stephen Gindy, and then the obvious thing was he's going to trade that 8 pick because he doesn't need to take Joseph Ferrati there. Trade down, get him later.
So I wasn't sure about that because I know Joe's stock is not where it was or where it should be, but it was a masterful move by Melech. He ended up getting his guy and gaining out of it. So made the trade. Put Sabon on the clock. So he took Stephen Gindy, they swapped their next picks, and then, like you said, he gave up the opportunity to draft Yit Sutton to get Joe S., and now that three-way love affair is back. We have Melech, we have Joe S. and Steven, and then let's continue the draft.
I'm not so bothered about the fact that he gave up the chance to take Yit Sutton. I'm more bothered about the fact that he didn't get more from Sabon.
Right, he didn't get anything. He didn't get anything.
I mean, he gained 6 picks, 15 to 21. Is that enough? I don't know if that's enough.
I think it meant...
In Melech's head, he was thinking, I'm anyway taking Joe S., so I might as well get something out of this. So I guess that was the best offer on the table.
To Melech, it was a guarantee to get Joe S. without having to deal with the potential azab of making later draft capital trades where you don't need to. So to him, he got what he needed. He didn't care much. He wasn't being a pig about it, and he was good. And now it puts him in position now, well, we'll talk about it in a few minutes, where he's next up on the clock, and he can make another trade right now if he wants, if people are really hamyan for a guy that they want.
Right. It does seem like he's going in the direction of, like you mentioned, a little bit of a circle jerk situation. I don't say such words, but
I don't say such words.
Whatever. At 15, I mean, Sol Cohen, right? Sitting there for him. Does he take Sol there? Does he trade his 15 pick? I guess let's move on to Uri Adler's pick, right? He's next.
So Uri, Gabe was next, or Uri was next?
Gabe was next.
Gabe was next. Gabe took last year's MVP winner, Mark Barsano, locked up their left side of the infield. No brainer. Mark, bam, Barsano, put on a clinic last year offensively and defensively, and proved to be a star in the league. So great pick by Gabe. Gabe got front and center view of that all season long, and he couldn't pass that up. And then Uri went with the interesting pick over here.
All right, so Nutty Orbach. I don't know if you guys in the M&S universe are hearing what he's doing in YMSL right now. He is by far and away the MVP favorite through the first 2 weeks of the season.
Unbelievable.
I think he has 4 or 5 home runs already.
And they're bombs.
To his credit. Bombs. No bloops. Bombs. Every single one. So in my head, if Nutty didn't get off to such a hot start, maybe Uri double thinks taking Nutty there, because there were other outfielders on the board. Well, guys like Buka and Soli Esses.
There's guys.
And here's the funny, he went with Nutty.
So here's the funny thing
that's
over
his
here.
Buddy, and
well, anyway,
he's on fire.
It works. They're boys from Lakewood. They know each other forever. But like you said, the timing of this draft is so important because Nutty, as we know, I know Nutty forever, is a streaky type player. He'll have a good 2 weeks where he doesn't hit. And if that happened, that's how he started the season, like you said. Is he taking him here? Maybe, maybe not. But because right now it was like a no-brainer for him, it worked out for everybody involved. And then that locked him up.
I want to mention, I think Nutty is the best center fielder in the league.
It's a big statement.
Yeah, you combine the arm, to get the jumps that he gets on balls, the speed that he has out there, he's incredible. He is really, truly an incredible defensive player.
Rumor has it Uri busted a nut after the pick, so that's big stuff. And then moving on, after the Nutty pick, it put Edmund Beta in a fortuitous spot to draft his boy being Buka, who we won a World Series with last year. They were already planning their pick, so the fact that it fell to Edmund that way worked out. And then, who was after that? Oh, then Maxi Deed.
Maxi Deed. So, Maxi Deed, I know, loves Soliesis. Soliesis is his boy. He actually just had a great week. Week 1 versus Max. He hit him very hard. Max is a big fan of Soliesis.
However,
I think that he took Alco, from an outsider's perspective, I think he took Alco. First of all, he wanted to lock down the center field position, and secondly, he's on his team in YMSL. So he's kind of his boy,
So he doubled down on the Alco. And listen, at the end of the day, Alco is an M&S MVP winner in the past.
Right.
He won it, and it wasn't an accident. That year, they won the World Series. Stephen Indy's squad. They won the World Series. He won the batting title. He had the most hits, extra base hits. He had a down year the next year.
Right.
But his defense is always there.
Right. So when we talk about Nutty sometimes when we say he's streaky, right? Nutty can have a crazy year, and then the next year, where did he go? Alco is similar to that, and after his MVP season, he fell off the face of the earth. He batted 200 or 225. So which Alco are you going to get this year? He's off to a hot start in YMSL. He's playing a great center field.
That's
I like that pick, especially in the position that Max is in. And then Soliesis fell straight into Sammy Soria's lap, and that team is looking very strong.
Well, listen, there are just maybe, Sammy Soria is not even looking at Soliesis as a center fielder. It could be that he's looking at him. You can get a Momo Levy later in this draft. You can get other players that are very capable of playing center. Alan Jamal, and you can always move Sully to left, where I think he's a little more comfortable anyway. But Sully's bat is inarguable, his outfield ability is inarguable, and his diehard mentality is inarguable. So that worked out. And then, was that the last pick of the draft?
And Joe S. Right?
And then Joe S. ended up being the final pick of the draft to Melech. So a lot to talk about. Very exciting first 2 rounds. A lot of it was chalk.
I want to see Joe S. have a ridiculous season this year. Have you seen that?
We're waiting for it. I mean, we've seen it before.
I want to see a 600 batting average, power, gap to gap. I want to see that from Joe S.
I mean, we know he's capable of it. He's done it in the past.
Oh, we know that.
And I think it's at all of his interest level. If he's buying into the situation, and when he comes and he's like, takes out his AirPod and he's no longer talking on a Zoom call and he's there to play ball, then you're going to get the best version of Joe S. I mean, we know that because in the postseason, Joe S. locks in and he bats a 600. So are you going to get that over the course of the year? Let's see. Let's find out. But every team did what they had to do. I think there was no bad picks. Very hard to make a bad pick in these 2 rounds, but the league is so deep. Every position is so deep.
Very exciting, and it's very exciting to see where all these rookies go. This kid Salas, he's very excited about him. I've seen him pitch in multiple tournaments.
I coached him in YDE. He's got more talent than anybody. He texted me, embarrassing I didn't go in the first 2 rounds. So he talks a big game.
Cocky.
He talks a big game.
I guess it's a good thing, right?
I mean, it could come back to bite you, or it could be your biggest, proponent, making you. Like, sometimes people feed off their own confidence. But again, Max and I will be dropping a rookie report coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. And the rest of the draft will be scheduled pretty shortly. And again, this segment that we're going to be doing together, we could do it once a week. We could do it. It's not going to be anything regimented. It's whenever we have an opportunity to do it and we have what to talk about, we're going to be dropping it. I hope you all enjoy it.
I'm going to make a prediction. I think Melech is going to trade that 15th pick pretty soon. So all captains, start reaching out to him and try getting that pick if there's somebody that you see on the board that you like.
I think the phone calls are already being made. So, Hank,
stuff.
I enjoyed our first chat, and I look forward to more of these, and I hope you all enjoyed this at home.